Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a video about YouTube, my January payout, what I'm doing, plans, goals, all the things. So if you are a YouTube creator already or you want to get into YouTube, this I think will be hopefully an interesting video. And even if you're not, you can just listen to me ramble because that's how I film. Turn it on, one take, blah, blah, blah. But first, before I get to the money side of things, I do want to talk about one thing that I do on YouTube that is somewhat controversial. Some creators do this, some don't. Viewers have opinions, and that is deleting comments, rude comments, mean comments. For me, sometimes it's just a comment that rubs me the wrong way. There's one school of thought that you should just let everybody say whatever they want, and then people get into fights in the comments, and then like it creates engagement and your video gets pushed by YouTube. I don't like that. I don't want people to be like fighting to get my video pushed. So there's that. But I, in the past, sometimes would let a comment slide that I didn't love, but I would let it slide. And I've really just stopped doing that. My rule of thumb in this stage of my life is if something rubs me the wrong way, I'm not having it. I'm just not having it. My mental health at this point in my life is more important than ever. And I just want peace and tranquility and quiet. And if I read a comment that's obviously mean and rude, okay, bye. But even if something like just gives me an ugh, I don't like the feeling. I feel like sometimes you'll get somebody who's like very passive aggressive, or it's like a backhanded compliment type of thing that maybe at first look you're like, oh, but it just I'm like, are they being genuine? Also things that are misinformation, that's easy. But yeah, my rule of thumb now is if I look at it and I just don't like it for whatever reason, bye. And that's because I believe, again, in my own peace and tranquility, but I also don't want drama in the comments. So for me, I am about deleting comments, hiding users from the channel, which is another thing you can do versus blocking. You can block people from the channel. So if somebody's really being awful, you can, go in and block them. But another easier way is just to hide them from the channel. On their end, it looks, they can still see everything. I think they could still actually leave a comment, but it's not going through. You guys don't see it. I don't see it. So I don't get upset. You guys don't get upset, and the person doing it is really none the wiser, because the more people like that you push back against them, the worse they come at you. You know what I mean? So if you do get a comment on YouTube, next to the comment, there'll be a little thing you can click on, and you can just click hide user from channel, and it will take that comment off, and you won't see comments from that person anymore. I find that to be the best option. And I give people chances. I mean, unless they come out and they're straight out. But sometimes you get people who they feel like they know you. I mean, and the truth of it is, you don't really know me and I don't know you. Like we are strangers on the internet. I share some things, but there's a lot I don't share. And sometimes, especially, I mean, I'm not a big creator at all. This isn't like something that's happening all the time. Like once every few videos, I might find something. But honestly, I've been pretty fortunate. Again, I don't have a big channel, so I don't get a lot of the stuff. But people feel like they know you and they want to tell you what to do. They think they know what's best for you. And I think they mean well, but it just starts to come off as a little bit creepy that they want to tell you what to do all the time. And they think they know what's best. So it's kind of like, ugh. But again, I will delete, block users from the channel, and I'm okay with that. So if you're just getting started with YouTube and maybe you're getting these kinds of things and you don't know what to do, again, I honestly think just removing the person, hide this user from your channel. and then we can all move on. So I do that, but I've also always felt like with YouTube is if I wouldn't allow someone to come into my home and say things to me to my face, then I'm not going to allow it on YouTube. I'm not going to allow it on my social media. And that's always been my rule. And I think that's a good rule of thumb. People say, you're infringing on my free speech. You're infringing on my rights. Well, you're infringing on me. You're infringing on my life. So again, 99.9% of the people you'll encounter on social media, on Facebook, are wonderful, great, caring people. They're kind, they're good intentioned, well-intentioned. But you'll just have that 0.01% who, they don't know how to behave. They don't know how to behave. And so you just kind of, and you move on. So that is my policy about that. You can leave a comment below about what you think about that policy. But if it starts to get nasty and there's fighting, then I would take that out because I don't want that. Some creators will do that. They'll let the drama go crazy in the comments to get the engagement. And I'm just not going to do that. That's icky. Anyway, so there's my feeling about that. So let's get to the numbers. I just got paid from Google, which owns YouTube. So when you're monetized on YouTube, Google runs ads on the videos and you get about 50% of that money. How much they charge advertisers depends on the content you have, but it's paid every 1,000 views. And if you are in a niche where the advertisers pay more, then you get more money per views. So it just it varies. The January money I made was for December. Now in December, I only had videos up on this channel. I did recently unhide and reactivate my second channel. I'll talk about that in a moment. But in December, the only videos that were going up were on this channel. I uploaded 13 videos. All of them were vlogs, I think. And I got paid $595.63. That's a lot for me for 13 videos because December is a big, with the holidays, the advertisers, there's more ads, the advertisers are paying more. So you generally make more in December, even though my views weren't anything spectacular. They were a little bit lower actually because people are busy. Other people do Vlogmas. There's a lot on there. So to make almost $600 for 13 videos is great for me. So I was happy with that. It won't be like that for when I get paid in February for January videos. I haven't been uploading in months. We're after the holidays. The ad rates are down, all things. With my videos though, I'm trying to get better about sharing them on social media. So I have a Facebook page, a Threads account, and I just signed up for Blue Sky. I am not on Twitter. No shade if you are, because here's the thing, we all got to do what we got to do for our businesses, but I don't need Twitter. I really don't need the other platforms. Facebook is nice though, because I'm monetized on Facebook. So putting a video on Facebook, I get random little bits of money for that. Not a lot. We're talking a few bucks here and there, but all of a sudden I'll get a payment from Facebook. And I'm like, okay. Threads so Facebook has Instagram and now Threads, which is like their version of Twitter. I don't have a public Instagram anymore. I used to. It got hacked. I tried to start over and I decided, I don't want to do that. I like Instagram for my own personal me time where I can just say anything I want to the people who actually know me. So my Instagram is private, but I do have the public Facebook page and now Threads, and Blue Sky's new. I don't know how advantageous it is to post there, but for me right now, my Facebook and Threads are connected. So when I post to Facebook, it now shares to Threads. So it's kind of just easy. And then I have to manually remember to also go into Blue Sky. But I have them on my bookmark in a row tabbed so that I can do that. So I'm trying to get better about sharing out the videos, which is another tip if you are starting YouTube. Start a Facebook business page, not the page that you have for personal that people friend you, a business page that people have to like and follow the page. That's a business page. And if you're going to do YouTube, you want to start a channel that you want to start a Facebook page that is linked to your channel. Facebook, I know there's a lot of talk about Facebook right now, and I get it. The fact of the matter is Facebook is still a huge platform. I know there's a lot of people who are boycotting Facebook right now, which I understand. I get it. I get that. I'm not on Twitter. Anyway, but for Facebook, for me, I was like, it's close to 4,000 that I've built up there. Again, because I don't really utilize it. I'm trying to utilize it more. So there are a lot of small businesses that use Facebook. It's the same with TikTok. You know, there are people that don't want to do TikTok. There are people that don't want to do this. And again, I understand these things. But when it comes down to small business, most small business successful rely on social media in some capacity. So for me, the feeling about Facebook is there's a lot of small business there. I mean, most of the businesses in America and in the world are small businesses. I think 75% are considered small businesses, maybe more, meaning they have under 500 employees, and most need Facebook. There is also the side of me about Facebook is that it is a way to connect with family and friends. And I do think that's important, especially when people live, far away from each other. And trying to convince your grandma and grandpa or to not use Facebook and go somewhere else. Facebook offers connection for a lot of people. If they didn't have it, they would be cut off. So for me, Facebook and all this social media, and there's a lot of talk about boycott this company, boycott that company. And there are definite reasons for some companies. But again, my thought with that is then the employees who have nothing to do with what the corporate is doing, they're hurt. And then they can lose their jobs because the company. So boycotting companies and everything, I get it. But I think better is to, support candidates, get involved that way. Because at the end of the day, most of these big companies are going to give money to both parties, whatever side of the aisle you're on. So, yeah. All that being said, I get people not wanting to be on certain platforms. Like I said, I'm not on Twitter. That was my line. But I'm still going to use Facebook. And Threads, and Blue Sky's the new one, like I said. But anyway, point being, if you have a YouTube channel, start a Facebook business page and make sure you're sharing. And whatever other platform you use, if you're doing Instagram, you can connect Facebook, Threads, and an Instagram business page and create one for your YouTube channel. And then when you post to one, it goes to the other two. So I know a lot of people start YouTube and they just post a video and that's it. And they're like, why am I not getting views? You need to make sure you're adding hashtags into your videos. You need to make sure you're sharing the video. You need to interact with other channels and kind of like make friends. I mean, a lot of people in the reselling community, that's how they grow because they find other creators that they connect with and they both kind of help each other grow their channels. So sharing on social media, connecting, and just being really active. It's very hard these days to just put up a video and sit and get anywhere with it. Now, that is the main channel I've been doing. Like I said, I did recently unhide my second channel. I wasn't doing anything with it. I was going to start doing vlogs and things for the theme park and the water park. And then I don't know. I don't think I have the energy. I'm in my low energy area, my low energy era. And you got to be upbeat for those kind of videos. And I just don't know. I mean, I'll film some content, but I did then reactivate it because it is monetized. And when you're self-employed, you don't want to, shut everything potential down that you can make money on. You hear the little pitter patter. There's Charlie. So I did reactivate it. Now I have been filming TikTok. I started putting my series of what I spend in a day on TikTok. And then I've been putting them on YouTube as shorts. Of course, I start TikTok 2 weeks before I realized I knew they were going to probably ban it, but they've been saying they're going to ban it for years. And then they took it down for like a day and now it's back. So I like the TikTok interface of filming content. It's faster than YouTube's shorts feature. It's just better. So I like using it to film the little shorts and then I can put them up. But if TikTok's going to stay, I would like to grow TikTok. I would love to get monetized on TikTok. I think you need 10,000 followers. I'm like barely over 2. So, it's going to be a while, but if you post consistently, it can help. So I do want to do that. And that means putting up more TikToks. Now, if I'm putting up more TikToks, I don't want to put every TikTok up to this channel as a short. And I don't even want to put it over on the other channel as a short. Because like, if I really try to pump this out and get monetized, we're talking like up to 10 videos a day. And that's just like too much. So what I'm thinking over on the second channel, what I might do is I might save up some TikToks to where they get to about 10 minutes worth of TikToks, put it into a video and upload it as a video rather than the short. The long form videos, unless you're getting millions of views on a short, and I don't ever get millions of views on anything. But the long form video can make you a little bit more money. The flip side of that is the way when you have a TikTok and you then move it to a long form video is you get the black bars on the side when people are watching it. But I'm like, well, it will at least keep that channel active, but not so cluttered. And then like maybe this summer when I go to the theme park and the water park and I do film a specific short about those, I'll just put those up as a short. But if I'm doing just kind of general content, I can just put it in one video. So that's what I'm thinking for the second channel. Again, to just keep it active, and because there are a lot of videos on there and I make very little money because when you're not posting consistent long form videos, like I said, unless they're making millions of, if you're getting millions of views on your shorts, it's not really going to add up. But that's a way I can keep it going and kind of regenerate the content, I guess. Because also with the TikToks, I'm gonna keep doing what I spend in a day here, shorts. And then I can share that short to YouTube and all the places. But then if I put everything else in a long form video, it's just, Anyway, that's my thought with that. So that's what's going on with me on YouTube. If you have a YouTube channel, definitely share below. Let people know what your channel is, what you film. People are always looking for new creators to follow, so feel free to do that. And yeah, that is the YouTube update for this month. Thank you for letting me ramble. Thank you for listening. Thank you for all the comments that I've been getting on videos when I talk about grief. Again, there's so many of us here who are going through this. Everybody will go through it if they live long enough. So I do want to always acknowledge that. And I did put up a community post the other day with the link to Anderson Cooper's podcast, which I'm finding really helpful. You might not. Some people, it might not be helpful, but I find it helpful, where he's talking to people and talking about grief and loss and trauma and all the things. So yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. I always forget to say that. That's another thing when you're on YouTube. Give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.